This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore. We're learning a lot in the last few days about Mike Johnson. Actually, let me start with this. We're learning a lot about what my stupid face looks like under that beard right now. I, on a whim, decided to shave my stupid beard. This is what it looks like. I haven't shaved my beard in over 10 years. So, as I've been saying, either you're welcome or I apologize. I don't know which. But let's talk about some of the things we've learned about Mike Johnson over the past few days. This clip from, what's his name, Receipt Maven, at Receipt Maven on Twitter, put this video out of Mike Johnson on a stage seemingly doing an advertisement for a company called Covenant Eyes. And in the clip, which I'm going to play for you, first I'm going to play the ad for Covenant Eyes to give you an idea of this weird, creepy, intrusive software for people apparently with zero self-control. Like if you don't want to look at porn, don't look at porn. It's kind of that easy, right? But Mike Johnson is giving an advertisement for this software that he heard about at a Promise Keeper rally. Full disclosure, in the late 90s, when I worked on Capitol Hill, I went to the giant, Promise Keeper rally here in Washington, D.C. And it was one of the moments, actually, again, full disclosure, maybe too much information or information you don't care about, but it was at the rally that they had us all get on our face in prayer before God on the National Mall. My group was over by the Washington Monument, and they were praying. And during the altar call or the offering announcement, the guy said, "Make this the biggest offering, the most money you've ever given." And that was a moment where I started really like, I'm done with this. I'm done with this evangelical nonsense. And I got up while everyone was on their faces, and I walked across the sea of men and left because it was disgusting and reprehensible. A little story for you. But that tells you what the Promise Keepers are about. They are a radical right-wing ideological organization that does that kind of nonsense. But here is what Covenant Eyes is. Apparently, this third-party software promoted by Mike Johnson, used by Mike Johnson to share his porn usage with his kid. Here's the advertisement. Then we'll get to the clip of him talking about it.
So, you want to keep porn off of your devices. A porn blocker seems like the obvious choice, right? Porn blockers are part of the solution, but they shouldn't be the only thing you use. Even the best blockers can't block everything. Even worse, research shows that people who rely entirely on a porn blocker may seek out porn more often than people who don't. So what's better than just a porn blocker? Using a porn blocker with accountability. Accountability enables a trusted friend to see how you're using your device. Even if porn slips through the cracks, someone else knows and can help you get back on track. That's something porn blockers can never do. Covenant Eyes offers both world-class porn blocking features and state-of-the-art accountability software. Together, they form a powerful tool to help you overcome pornography for good.
There it is. Creepy, yes. If you want creepy though, actually that's the segue. If you want creepy though, here's Mike Johnson in the innocent Christian, just looking out for himself way, talking about sharing his porn consumption with software that logs it and then email it to his accountability buddy or whatever that Disney or Pixar cartoon was. The accountability buddy. What was that from? Anyway, here's Mike Johnson. Watch this. Really suppress the gag reflex you're going to have. Suppress being grossed out by the now Speaker of the House of Representatives of the United States of America. Watch this.
With Covenant Eyes within your home. And so why is that such an effective tool? Why do parents need to put this into their home?
Yeah, that's great question. We probably could have called this more appropriately a war on the darkness of technology, because there are some good things with technology, of course. I mean, the Bible apps we all love, we broadcast our services, on our social media, and there's some very positive things, but there's also, as Clint's pointed out aptly, some really dark things. So Covenant Eyes is the software that we've been using a long time in our household. I first learned about it at, I think, a Promise Keepers event in the early 2000s. I think it was developed in about the year 2000. But it's the largest accountability software that there is, and there's some paperwork out there on the table that I think everybody may have picked up on the way in. If not, go get it. It's a subscription-based. I mean, we don't make any money on this. I'm telling you, we use it. Okay, I'm endorsing it because I'm a user. It's about $15 a month, $16 a month, something like that. And you get up to 10 devices. And what it is accountability software. So men in a church, men's Bible study groups will do it. That's how it's presented at Promise Keepers. But they also mention, hey, when your kids become teenagers, especially if you have boys, dads, they're talking to the guys at this event, you might want to think about doing this with your sons. And so we've been doing that. And so what it does real simply is it has an algorithm and software. It's way above my head how it works, but it scans, you obviously opt into it, but it scans all the activity on your phone or your devices, your laptop, tablet, what have you. We do all of it. And then it sends a report to your accountability partner. So my accountability partner right now is Jack, my son, right? And so he's 17. So he and I get a report of all the things that are on our phones or all of our devices once a week. If anything objectionable comes up, your accountability partner gets an immediate notice. I'm proud to tell you my son he's got a clean slate, all right? Yeah. But we get a report and it says, hey, no activity of concern, and it's really, really sensitive. It'll pick up almost anything. It looks for keywords, search terms, and also images, and it will send your accountability partner a blurred picture of the image. And so on occasion I get one. I was just looking at the one from this week. I got on Jack, and it said, This is the only one that may be questionable, and it's this blurred image of two women talking in a live screen thing, and I zoom in and I have to unblur it, and it's two middle-aged teachers.
First, it is creepy, is it not, to share your porn consumption with your kid. Whether that kid is 40 or whether that kid is 14, it's creepy. It's also, I believe, very creepy that he has no adult self-control. If you don't want to look at porn, what you do, I know it's an alarming concept, Mike Johnson, you don't look at porn. Also, by the way, like little notes here, Josh Duggar, convicted child porn consumer, the quiverful, radical, right-wing, evangelical weirdo from Arkansas, Josh Duggar, the weird Duggar reality show. I can't even remember the name of it. Never watched it. So, not the Kate and John and 8 and whatever, but the Duggar show. He used this software. Didn't really work. So the Speaker of the House of Representatives, and this is really the point that is most important, the Speaker of the House of Representatives of the United States of America, second in line to the presidency of the United States, is using third-party software that tracks and logs and records all of his internet activity across many devices to then share it, email it to someone else, a fourth party. Does that not concern you? That he's putting himself at risk, just much like with his financials, putting himself at risk of influence, of blackmail. Does it not? If they find incriminating or embarrassing material and they have it logged day after day after day, month after month, years of logs and recorded data of his internet traffic that would be embarrassing, isn't that a problem if a foreign nation, if that data were to be sold or breached? Because I'm sure Covenant Eyes is not exactly top-notch relative to the security. It's probably some dumb evangelical in his basement coding. That's a concern for the safety and security, national security of the United States of America. And here's dumb Mike Johnson announcing to the world the wonder of this software. Yeah, me and my kid, we share this data with each other. Who else is this software company uploading these reports to? How secure are their servers? This is the question. This is why it's important. Anyway, I'd love to know what you think. You can call, leave me a voicemail, 714-576-4054. Please leave the voicemail comments about the beard or lack thereof to a minimum. And you can email me daily@dollemore.com. If you want to help support my work, you can become a channel member for $2 a month. Hit the join button below. See what's involved in becoming a channel member. Or even if you are a channel member and you want to switch over to Patreon, we're getting ready to send out our end of the year Patreon gift. A couple of years ago, we sent out a magnet for the fridge that had like a bad review of the podcast that was hilarious. Anyway, every year, last year was a button. Every year it's something a little different. You can go to patreon.com/idoubtitpodcast. That's a great way to do it. I love you guys. I appreciate you very much. Thanks for your support, whether that be just being subscribed, watching the videos, sharing the videos with your friend group, commenting, doing all the things that YouTubers say to do. I appreciate it, as always. You can follow me on social media if you're not that sick of me. I'm at Dollemore on Twitter, Instagram, Threads, TikTok, Facebook, Blue Sky, all of them at Dollemore. I'd love to see you there. I will see you next time. Until I do, as always, be genuine. Take care of one another.